Right, whoosh, we're back. Squeeze the neck. Today we are KO Combat Academy, I believe it's called, right? With my new mate, Adedeji. Thanks for doing this, bro.
Thanks for having me.
No problem at all. So, East London, you've dragged me the wrong side of the river today. We'll see how we get on. But tell us who you are, mate, and where you're from originally.
Yeah, I'm Adedeji Adegbola, like you know. I'm originally from Nigeria, Oyo State. You know what I'm saying? One of the best states in Nigeria. So now I stay in East London, where you are now. I train here in KO Combat, and I'm really enjoying my training here. I'm really having a nice time in London. You know what I mean?
Nice, man. Yeah. So, like, as you say, you're from Nigeria. What brings you to London originally?
Boxing originally.
Oh, right. Is that right? Yeah.
Boxing.
Come here to box.
Yeah,
because this is a kickboxing gym, I think, right?
Yeah, it's kickboxing and boxing.
All right. Cool. And what brought you to East London specifically?
I actually came to London to box. But the thing is, I had to come in through study route. So my university is here in East London. So you know, I mean, that's what actually made me reside here in East
but you know,
London.
it's like it's not too late to come South London, right?
Trust me, I got my babas in South, innit? So I always come down South most of the time. You know
Nice. So obviously, how old are you now?
Yeah, I'm 28 now.
28? Yeah. A young man, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, I wish I was 28, bro. But like, from Nigeria, was you boxing, I take it, in Nigeria before you came here?
Yeah, I was boxing. I told you I came here to box, you know what I'm saying? I studied in Nigeria, and I really wanted to do boxing. My parents supported me right from the scratch because my dad took me to boxing class.
Nice.
And it happened that I was trying to like get my fitness in through bodybuilding. So my dad saw me that day, was like, all right, cool. Go and learn self-defense. I never knew I was going to do it for a sport, you know what I mean? Go and learn self-defense. I said, self-defense, yeah, I'm in. Because I like competing, you know what I mean? I've loved sports right from time. I used to play football, basketball, tennis, swimming, but I never knew I was going to box in my life. I really love playing football.
Really? Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was a time when I was in high school, yeah? You know, that time when you are like filling up applications to university and they'll say, what do you want to be in future? I was like, future, football.
Oh, yeah.
Because I just have that competing spirit. Like, I just want to compete. I enjoy sports generally, but boxing was never there.
Boxing,
you know what I mean? Because I was never boxing.
That's mad,
I love sports, but my dad never really supported me with football, you know what I mean? Because he just wanted me to study. In Nige, you just have to study because they believe that's where you're going to get the opportunity to face life after everything.
And how old were you when you started boxing?
I was around 17, but I wasn't really consistent, I'm not going to lie. I think I got consistent when I was 20.
Really? So quite late to take it serious?
It's late because I started it. I told you I didn't know I was going to compete.
Yeah.
So I just started it for just fitness, for self-defense, you know what I mean? But I started enjoying it.
That's cool,
I started
isn't it?
seeing the opportunity. You know, it was different from other sports.
Yeah.
I got the self-discipline, like it's all about me. Yeah. It's not a teamwork. It's not me.
Right.
I have to discover myself, you know what I mean? So it was like I was enjoying it and I was seeing the opportunities. Doors were opening through boxing, I never knew. But I was playing football, doing other things. But I was like, if I'm going to do this thing, I'm going to give it 100%. You know what I mean? Football.
You better, because this sport's too tough to do it a little bit.
We're going to do it later. But then, you know, I had to go through school.
Right.
Because my parents wanted me to study. Actually, you know, I mean, I'm grateful for that because I had to do it. So I was really consistent, like I said. I had to go to university for like 4 years. So in university, like here, there are university games. There's boxing. Trust me, in Nige, the university games, there was no boxing. So I couldn't compete in anything. I couldn't like showcase my talent to nobody. So I was just like down, low-key, just training myself, doing everything till I finished university. And when I finished university, I had to ask myself the question, that serious question, and that's where you decide, you know what I mean? Do you really want to box or you want to do your 9 to 5? Because this is where you decide. Yeah. I was like, you know what? We are still young, you know what I mean? You can only do it when you're young. Yeah, so I'm going to box.
Young man
I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it the right way. You know
That's
what I mean?
cool.
So I started finding, you know what I mean, development in the game. Like, okay, if I'm going to do this thing, I have to do it. What is worth doing is worth doing well. So I started asking questions. I started like using my phone, Google, Instagram. Okay, how am I going to get to the top of this game? Because I really want to do this thing.
How old were you when you come to England?
I was, I think, 24.
Oh, so fairly recently, yeah. You haven't been here that long. But is this home now, or is this just boxing career?
Yeah, it's boxing career and it's home, you know what I mean? I'm building a community here, I have a family here, so it's kind of sweet to me because I have lovely people around me and I have a good team, I'm not going to lie. So is home away from home, you know what I'm saying?
That's cool. Yeah, I got you. But like, I've seen you in the Repton vest. Obviously, you
Yeah,
represent Repton,
yeah.
which is
Repton, in East London as well, you know what I'm saying?
rival club. But shout out to Repton. Never mind. I used to box for Elsfield. You know
Really?
Elsfield? Yeah.
I
It's my
do.
club. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
nice.
so shout out to the Elsfield.
Cool. Shout out to Elsfield.
There you go. You heard it. And like one of the things that stood out to me when we first started speaking, you're a 2-time Harringey Cup winner, right?
Yeah.
Which we'll get into later. But before we get into all the boxing and whatnot over here, take us back to sort of when you was a kid, mate. What was Nigeria like? What was life like?
To be honest, you know what I mean, home is always home, you know what I mean? That's where I used at least my first 20 years was in Nigeria, so I know everything about Nigeria. You know what I mean? I understand the politics, I understand the lifestyle, I know everything about Nigeria, and I'm actually very grateful because I'm a product of my environment, you know what I'm saying? You are a product of your environment first before you become a product of your decision. And at least the experience I've had in Nigeria, it's still in me, and that's what's making me survive till now.
That's cool.
Because it's a crazy world out there, you know what I mean? So you just have to like know how to survive no matter what. You just have to keep going.
Yeah.
And there's something about Nigeria that I've learned: we don't give up. That's why I see all Nigerians anywhere they go to, they always strive to be the best. Why? We don't know how to give up. Because there's a saying: if you give up, you fuck up. So I don't want to fuck up, you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
You know
But like, obviously you started boxing a bit later, but was you fighting as a kid? Was fighting a part of your life?
Nah, it wasn't really, I'm not going to lie. I can't say I'm that dad's boy, but I listen to my parents because my parents are that. You know what I mean? In Nigeria, they go hard on you.
Yeah.
I told you they never told me to do any sport.
That's
All they just
funny,
wanted to do is go to school because that's the way you can survive.
Yeah.
That's why you can get a job, and you know what I mean? But I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
I was aiming for the top.
I got
It's
you.
not about survival, just like feel comfortable, no.
That's funny,
And
isn't it?
I feel I'm made of gold, you know what I'm saying? There's
That's
more
cool,
to
man.
see. So it's just a different mentality. I understand their mentality, but it's different, you know what I mean? Because their time is different from now. Everybody, you have to do more.
Right.
Trust me, you just have to do more.
Well, it's different now as well, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? We're more connected with social media. We're sitting doing a fucking podcast, you know what I mean?
Everything is evolving, so you just have to like evolve with time. So it's a very good journey. It's a very good, what's it called? Very good place to be as a kid. I was never fighting. I was that parents' kid. I listened to them. I think I'm grateful I listened to them because if I didn't go to school, I won't be here. I had to come in through study routes. So if I never finish university, I won't come here for masters. So everything still work hand in hand. But I was patient and I was busy at the moment. You know what I mean? When I was patiently listening to them, I was still busy with my career. Like, nah, I'm gonna do this thing. So I think I'm proud of myself, proud of my parents' support and everything, you know, I mean, I have to give them their flowers, so.
Yeah, that's cool, man. So, like, when you come here, how quick was it that you got involved with Repton, or was you somewhere else first?
No, I was in somewhere else. So
Straight to Repton?
I only boxed for Repton. So it was crazy because I have another family here, which is the Badmoss family. That's where I stayed when I moved in. And my uncle, which is Mr. Badmoss, he said, you know what, I do know about the, I think the Craigs in Repton. He was talking about Repton. He wasn't talking about no club, about Repton, this, that. You can just go to Repton and do this. Like he patterned it. And I got an apartment here in Bethnal Green. Yeah. And Repton is in Bethnal Green. That day I was just jogging around because when I moved in, I was like, you know what, I have to be active. I just stayed on business. So I was jogging that morning. I saw Repton. I was like, my uncle just talked about Repton. Like, nah, I stood there for an hour. Nobody was there because it was on a Sunday. I didn't really understand how it is here. In Nigeria, we box any day. Really? Most times on Sundays. Yeah. So I thought they open on Sundays. I didn't even know. I was just there. I was waiting in front of the door, like, at least someone is going to come. At least they're going to train
no
today.
one's coming in.
No one was there. 1 hour I was there, like, what's going on? Nah, I have to see what's going to happen because I didn't really understand. And I just moved in. So I just saw the chairman, the old man coming in. You know what I mean? Old man, like, we started having conversation, and me, I'm not really used to having a conversation with old people. In Nigeria, when the old people talk, you listen.
Right,
so
okay.
we started having, hey, Nigeria, I've been to Nigeria like 2 times. Do you know my friend? I've got a friend, Dabs. I started having it, so it was like, okay, what do you want to do? I said, I want to box here. So cool, come on Monday, which is the next day. If you are good, I'm going to keep you. If you aren't good, fuck off. That's the way he said it.
That's pretty standard, yeah. That's what you're getting on, yeah.
Fuck off. So that was like a trial, so I was like, okay, if I'm not good, then I went home, you know, I mean, got my things up. I got trials. I was happy because they've talked about Repton because I was excited. Like, yeah, I'm going to be in Repton. Then I went there, I did my thing, and, you know, I mean, fortunately for me, I was part of the team, and since then, I'm here for business. I have a point to prove.
That's cool, isn't it? And how many fights did you had in Nigeria? Did you fought in Nigeria or did you start here?
I fought. No. I started a long time in Nigeria. I was a Nigerian champion before I left as amateur, obviously, but I never turned pro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I told you when I decided to stay in boxing, I really want to do it right way. And I started learning, I started reading. Kudos to my cousin, KDL, who put me on reading. I'm reading books because I never really used to read before. Then I think I was reading a particular book, I can't remember the title. And the book says, the book was talking about, I think Rich Dad Poor Dad also, it was talking about business. So you really want to do business, how to go about it. So it talked about the 4 Ps. You know what I mean? That 4 Ps, the first one is the product. I think in boxing, which we are talking about, I'm the product.
Yeah.
You have to have a quality product for people to even want to want to.
Especially in boxing, if you're boring and you're no good, no one wants to watch that.
So you have to have a quality product, which is me. Then you have to be in the right place, which is another P. I'm in Nigeria. Nigeria is, unfortunately for boxers in Nigeria, I have a lot of good boxers in Nigeria, but unfortunately for us, we don't really have that promotion. We don't really have, what am I going to say? We don't really have the support from people because people are not really interested. The way they see boxing in Nigeria, they're not making money.
Right.
And if it's not making money, it's not making sense. You know what I'm saying? So they just see like maybe gang members just do the boxing so they can be like, you know what I'm saying, self-defense. And nah, it's not really making sense. Sports generally. I think football is still thriving in the world of sports, but boxing, other sports, is dead.
That's funny.
So I was like, okay, if I'm gonna turn pro, because you know, as a sport, as amateur, it's like a sport. You're doing it for the love, putting yourself out there. But when it comes to professional, making money, this is about my life now, my family.
Yeah.
I'm in this game to like provide for my family, you know what I'm saying? So if I want to do this thing, I have to be where I make the big bag, you know what I'm saying?
There you go. Welcome to
England. I have to get the big bag, you know what I'm saying?
But that's cool, man. So like, are you still amateur now or are you pro now?
No, I've turned pro now.
You've turned pro, but you're not in a bout yet. That's what I thought. Right. So let's circle back a little bit. So like with the amateurs, how many fights did you end up having in Nigeria? Do you know, or was it too many?
It wasn't too many, but in Nigeria we don't really keep data as like that.
Yeah, it's not a record as much.
I've had over 40 before I came in here.
Yeah, I got you.
And everything is like 60, close to 60 or so.
Right. And what weight do you box at? Are you super heavyweight?
No, I used to box at cruiserweight, which is heavyweight for amateurs.
Yeah, 91.
But my first, I moved in there. My first Harringey, I boxed as super heavy because I wasn't able to make weight.
Because how tall are you? You're big, right?
Yeah, I'm 6'4", 6'5".
Right, okay.
I mean, I couldn't climatize easy. Like, I couldn't make weight like easy. So I had to do super heavy weight for my first Harringey.
And what do you weigh naturally?
Naturally, I weigh now or then.
Or both, either?
Then I 96, 97.
Right, okay, so not too bad.
But now I weigh like 104. I mean, I want to do super
No more
heavyweight,
91.
No more 91. No more making weights down. I'm now like proper heavyweight now.
Is that right? And that's forever now? You're planning on staying super heavyweight? Because I've seen pictures of you like next to Anthony Joshua. And like,
that's my plan.
You look pretty much almost as big as him, do you know what I mean?
You know, I was in his camp here, he gave me a shirt. And when I had the shirt, I was still cruiserweight then. So the shirt is like very big, very, very big. And I guess that was the size. Yeah. So anytime I'm making weight, like I'm getting big, I'm always putting on the shirt. I'm as big as this. So once it fits in, then I'm as big as him.
I got you,
So that's what I'm using to size myself.
That's cool. Because like Anthony Joshua, I've said this on here before, so if I'm repeating myself, apologies. But he came to Earlsfield a couple of times with Finch. He boxed for Finchley.
Yeah,
so like
Finchley,
he come down definitely once, maybe twice I saw him in the club for sparring, like with some of the guys and stuff. And he was like, that was one of the things, like I was 18 and he's a year older, he was 19. And I remember like, I was 18, I looked 18, do you know what I mean? Like he come in, I remember thinking, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Like he looked like that then, do you know what I mean? Like massive guy, like a proper heavyweight, innit? Like a natural guy. Because there's a lot of guys you see, especially on club shows, you know this yourself, like when you box in club, they shouldn't be heavyweight, right?
Yeah, I think he's just genetically blessed for that weight.
Oh mate, he's blessed. Fucking like, I remember looking at me, Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
And trust me, he's a hard worker, to be honest.
Well, listen, people criticize him a lot for things, right? But if you to get to that level, that ain't easy, is it? Do you know what I mean? That's not easy. But like, let's talk about the Harringey Box Cup, because I boxed them myself when I was younger and stuff. Like, Harringey, it's a good experience. For anyone who doesn't know, there's multiple rings going on. It's at Alexandra Palace, and it's a big deal, and a lot of people like it, and it's quite prestigious now, and people talk about it. But like, how many bouts did you have to win it? Because sometimes people only have one bout, sometimes people have three. You had three, you did it properly, because with your division, the reason I asked originally how many you had is because in your division sometimes, like, you know, it's like the big guys, there's not many, do you know what I mean? Straight to the final, but you ended up having three fights.
3 fights,
yeah. What's the competition like at heavyweight? Because again, the reason I ask, sometimes you see some real mismatches. You get guys like yourself who's like a heavyweight, and then you get some smaller guys that shouldn't be.
No. I think I'm always the smallest guy.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm always the smallest guy. Anytime we go for the weigh-in, I look at myself and be like, these guys are big, you know what I mean?
Right.
But then, based on experience, because everything is based on experience, I've sparred a lot of people.
Right.
You know what I mean? In Nige, people used to ask me, what's the hardest spar you've had? is in Ninja.
Really?
I can't lie. You know, I love good boxers. I love.
Have you sparred with Anthony Joshua?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I was in his camp.
So say this on camera. Anthony Joshua's not the best sparring you've had. No. You said it, bro.
No. Yeah. As obviously, I was still growing then. You know what I mean? So I've had people beat me up.
Yeah, of course.
AJ took a lie on me. He really beat me up. So
no, listen, bro. You said it now. Don't go back.
Yeah, 100%. So it's in Ninja because obviously I was still growing. I had people beat me up, like outbox me. I couldn't do nothing. I was thinking like, what can I do? How can I survive? You know what I'm saying? So it's very crazy when people ask me, what's the hardest sparring I've had? It's in Ninja.
But it's funny when you say that, right? Because a lot of the time when people ask you, for anyone, like the hardest sparring, it's like just a random Tuesday in the gym, innit? Like against someone that no one's ever heard of, for whatever reason. That's how it goes.
You know, it's all about, it's a feeling though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I remember having that feeling. I was like, you know what? Once I'm good, it's done for your all.
Is that
You
right?
know
Yeah,
I mean?
you felt like that.
I don't really have the feeling now. If you beat me up, then I know why. Maybe I'm not physically fit. Maybe mentally I'm not fit. Something must be happening because I'm active. You know
Yeah, of course. And that happens, man. Sometimes you come in the gym, right? And today's not the day. Today it's just not.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
so
not the day.
About the size, in Harringey, I was like the smallest because I was always weighing like 96, 97. Right. Other guys are weighing like 104, 110, 115. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I know. I told you it's based on experience, and from experience, I know it's not really about. They say something in Nigeria, Ojukonigiran, Okonigiran. You know what I mean? That's Yoruba, and that means it's not really about your physicality. Right. It's not how scary you look. It's about your heart.
Yeah, I got you.
Know what I'm saying? So I don't really care about how big you are. Nah. They say it's not the size of the dog. It's the size of the fight in the dog.
That's right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm not really scared. I just see them like, you know what? Cool. Let's get in the ring and get to business.
There you go.
I know what I mean? And when we get there, I switch. I'm like smiling every time because I like smiling. You know what I mean? They say smiling face is a beautiful face. You know what I'm saying? So
smiling face is a beautiful face.
When we get in the ring, it's a different business.
Yeah.
I switch.
Yeah.
You know
But you know what? It's funny you say that, and I think that a lot of you see it a lot. Whereas people try and be mean outside the ring, but it takes a lot of energy, doesn't it? You know what I mean? When you relaxed outside, and like the amount of times you've been at and Harringey is a good example because you know what it's like. It's a big place. You see the fighters walking around, they're taking their time, whatever. If you're wasting too much energy beforehand, that fucks you when you get in there, right? You don't need to be tired when you get in there, right? You need to be fresh and ready.
To be honest, you're right with what you said because even every time in the Harringey, once I do my weigh and I go into the car, I have one of my coaches handy. They send me to the car, and Meme send me to the car, just go and sit there. You don't even need to watch because when you're watching, it's affecting mentally. Your brain is working.
It takes energy, doesn't it, when you're in there for too long? I found that as well. Like, you know, when you're in, even if you're not boxing yourself, you know, it's like sometimes you're watching your friends fight and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you're in there too long, it's like, I'm fucking tired, bro. This is taking energy.
It's not draining physically, but mentally, you're just thinking, you know what I mean, you're active. Yeah. So I just go in the car, press my phone, listen to music, sleep. Just,
good, isn't it?
You know what I mean, me time.
That's good, isn't it? I like that because they say Lennox Lewis used to fall asleep in the change room. I don't know how the fuck he did that, man. Like, but what are you like in the change room? You said like you go to the car and whatnot, but like, are you quite relaxed when it's...
I'm relaxed. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's not something I haven't done before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just doing my thing. I have done my part, and I think training gives confidence. You know what I mean? So when I'm training, it's hard. Train hard, fight easy. So when I'm training, I mean it. Like, you know what I mean? Let's get into business. So I train hard. So when it comes to fights, there's nothing more. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not time to just showcase because you've actually worked hard. Then fight easy. So I'm relaxed. I have faith in my training. I have faith in God. And I mean, I've done my part. Then let's give people what they want to see.
You've got nothing to fear now.
Yeah,
you got nothing to fear. That's interesting, isn't it? Because like obviously turning pro, I'm assuming we get to it in a sec, but I'm assuming like training's got to change, right? But what's training like for you typically? Like how many? I'm assuming you obviously train every day, right? And train all the time. But like, what's a normal week look like for you training?
I'm not gonna lie. Like you said, I train every day. Yeah, I do train every day, but it's not easy. This is London. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Nigeria, so it's kind of different, but I'm not complaining. I don't play pity party game, you know what I mean? You can't go to a job and, you know what I mean, for an interview and be like, you know, I've got 5 students. You have to be valuable for them to employ you. Right. So I don't really play the pity party game.
Yep,
you know I got you. So I moved in here based on study. I have to study, I have to train, I have to work. So it's kind of, you know, it hasn't been an easy task for me. And it's kind of draining. In Nigeria, I wasn't really doing nothing. I have my business, Western 7 that I do. I sell merchandise, I do personal training. I have like a little gym. So I was making money. I was still like, I was able to do what I needed to do, training every day. So there was time, but there was no opportunity. But here, there's opportunity, but training time because you still have to pay the bills.
Yeah,
if you get sick, the bills don't get sick. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't cheap in London, is it? London's not cheap.
You know what I'm saying? So it was really draining. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to like work, I have to study, I have to train. Right now, I'm still working, but I do part-time. You know what I'm saying? Because I have to like pay my bills.
Yeah. For now, bro, but don't worry about it. We're turning pro, huh? Let's go.
No, to be honest, I got a lot of people look after me, looking after me right now. AJ has always been looking after me, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to deny that. You know what I mean? But now I have a good team around me. I'm signed to like the best management. I'm signed to the best promoters in the world. So
yeah. Who's your promoter?
Queensberry.
Oh, you are, yeah, you're already signed up and you're ready to rock and roll. So, like, when you turn pro, like, obviously, 28 is quite old to turn pro, right? Not that it's old, but you know what I'm saying, right? A lot of people are turning pro sort of early 20s and stuff like that. When you're signing on to turn over and you want to go pro, I'm assuming you're going to tell me, like, to the top, but what's your ambition turning pro?
Like I said, what is worth doing is worth doing well. So it has been a mission. I'm a man on a mission, but the mission is classified for now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the vision is obviously to become great. Everybody wants to become great in the area they are in life. So the vision is actually to become great. And I think I need to tell you a few things about me here. I'm Adedeji Adegbola, like you know. I'm not a perfect person. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. You know what I mean? I've doubted myself a million times. But one thing I never did in my life is doubt God. Because with God behind me, I feel like 1,000 men. You can't push 1,000 men, can you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you said, the age. I know it took me time to get on this stage. But I'm going to take my time on this stage, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody can stop me. They can try, but I'm going to make all the obstacles in my life the way.
Boom. I like that, man. I like that.
So remember the name Adedeji Adegbola.
Hey, man.
Remember this beautiful
We're
face.
recording it, man. We'll remember this forever.
Be around for
and I'll tell you what we're trying to do. We're trying to do this again in like 2 years when like we see where we're at. So don't get too famous for me. Don't forget me, bro. But
you don't forget me.
Don't forget each other.
So to be honest, I really want to become great because anything worth doing is worth doing well. And I think I'm on this path. I just I want to be the best version of myself because it's a competition with yourself, to be honest, in the long run. It's not really about the prize. Yeah, it's about the prize, but it's about who you become. I've seen myself become better with time. The way I was yesterday is not the way I am now. The way I was last year is not the way I am today. You know what I mean? I've fought a lot of things. You know what I mean? I've fought the beast in my life just to become what I am today, to become a better version of myself. And trust me, next year is not going to be like this. It's going to be better. Imagine next 5 years, it's going to be better. So it's actually my becoming that is the prize because I'm just becoming a better person. I'm seeing life from different perspectives. And you know what I mean? The game helps me work on myself physically, mentally, financially. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking fit and fresh. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool and I'm just going to be a better version of myself.
That's cool, innit? I like that. But have you got a date for your pro debut yet?
Not yet, because there are still like little things going underground, but pretty soon we're going to get... I'm not going to lie, like I said, I have the best team around me. I'm signed to the best management, which they're really looking after me. Trust me. You know Sonny Edwards, yeah?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, he's one of my team.
Is he? Yeah, Sonny Edwards is on.
Anto is my manager, and trust me, they are good people.
Nice.
I'm happy to be around them, so we have plans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All we just need to do is sit down, smash them one by one, smash the goals one by one to get to where we're going to get to. So right now, it's not really about me alone. I'm a team worker. I work with a team. So we have the same vision. We have the same foresight. And trust me, we're going to work hand in hand to get it done.
Boom.
They say if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go with good people.
Yeah, that's right. I like that. But so like where you're sort of on your route now and it's like getting the dates to turn pro and all that kind of stuff, obviously it's different from the amateurs, isn't it? You're fighting for a different amount of time and, scored a bit differently, etc. How's training for you? What the sort of stuff? And the why I ask this is obviously you're doing your boxing training and that's kind of pretty standard. People do different things and whatnot. But where people differ is like the physical side of things. Like some people run more, some people lift weights more, some people whatever. Like what's your sort of approach to it? Or is it a secret?
It's not a secret, to be honest. I think I do my thing. I'm always active. Like I said, I've never stopped training. I have days I run. Like the question you asked, how's a normal week to me? I wake up in the morning, I run. I do my 5K, do my 10K. afternoon.
Do you do that much, 10K? For a big man, like that's a lot
I
on you.
I do 20K, trust me.
Really, yeah.
Yeah. So I do my run, sleep, wake up, afternoon, let's say midday, around 11:30-ish, come to the gym, work with my coach. You know what I'm saying? Evening, go for like strength and conditioning. So I know it's too much, not too much per se, but you shouldn't be doing that too much every day. You can't be doing strength and conditioning every day.
No.
Because you don't need it. But like I said, I work, so I need to cover up. So I'm not giving no excuses. Because there are days I work as well. So I can't say I have days to rest. When I'm resting at work. So days I'm not working, I'm training.
Yeah.
So I have to like double it up to like cover up. You know what I'm saying? So right now it's not really balanced because if you want to do something, well, you have to do it well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the game is very mental. You get to work, everything about boxing leaves is about work. When you get to boxing again, everything comes back. Like, so trying to get the balance hasn't been easy, but we're still gonna get it long done. But the work doesn't stop, trust me. We're still working hard.
Yeah, I got you. But you know what? It's funny you say that because some people I've trained with, and not just boxing, I'm talking different martial arts and whatnot, they like to load their days. So, for example, like some days they do like that, they train hard 3 times, but then the next day is very technical and light. So, I wonder, like there might be something to that anyway. That might be of a benefit.
Yeah, no. Every day we don't go crazy.
Yeah,
like
you can't, can you? Because you can't, your body's going to break down.
Yeah, obviously. Like I told you I got the right team around me. So my coach, we have like a plan that we follow. Yeah. So if we are going to go hard today, that days we go, that days we do sparring, that days we go house for sparring. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool, yeah. Different thing comes up. But the thing is you have to stay ready. In this game, that's what I've learned because, like I said, it's about your becoming. I've learned a lot. We were talking about Harringey. I was ready for Harringey. I never knew I was going to get a chance to go to AJ's camp. You know what I'm saying? And it was just that random person, the random winner, that is the Southpaw, random winner of Harringey at that time. All I was just doing is staying ready. I've always wanted to meet AJ since I was in Ninja. I don't know how. Even when I got there, I remember going to, I think, Okoli's fight. I saw AJ there. I was like, see me, but man's not gonna see me. You know what I'm saying? I even thought someone's gonna introduce me. I'd be like, okay, there's a boy from Ninja, but trust me, he found me himself. And because I won the Harringey that year, and that was the year I was fighting USIC too. And that's okay, they were like, okay, a Southpaw won Harringey. I bring him to my camp. Wow. I'm that Southpaw. That's mad. It could have been anybody else. You know what I mean? So imagine I wasn't ready, and they invited me to his camp. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You can't say you're not ready for that one. Yeah. Sorry,
even if I get there the first day and they see I'm not valuable, just, you know, obviously coaches don't like to talk you down. Be like, you tried, but they won't call you again. But I was there full time, you know what I'm saying? Because they saw my hunger. Yeah. They saw I'm good. They saw, you know what I mean? I can be in this camp. So that was how I got the opportunity. I didn't even see it coming. Yeah. I was just hungry.
That's such a mad opportunity.
You know what I'm saying? So like sometimes you just have to stay ready. Yeah. So that mentality stays with me till now. Yeah. Because I don't know any opportunity, any bigger opportunity that is going to come. You just have to stay ready. Like you can't just wait. Because opportunity is going to come and knock at your door. Yeah. It's not going to wait for you. So I knock at your door. Are you ready? Follow me. Yeah. If you're like, okay, no, let me go and get my backpack. Trust me, opportunity's gone.
Opportunity's gone, yeah.
So it wants you to be ready every time. Yeah. And if it goes to the next man and the next man is ready, even though the next man is not better than you, he's going to go with the opportunity. And you'll be like, nah, I'm better than that guy. Nah, bro.
Doesn't matter. He took it and you
did.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
But you're slacking. So I always like to stay ready no matter what. Like, just be on it. So I'm always training, just like finding the opportunity, and once it comes, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm active.
That's cool, isn't it? But like Anthony Joshua, for anyone who doesn't know, his parents are Nigerian, right? He was born here, but his parents. What's he like in Nigeria? Is he quite a big deal? I mean, obviously, he's a big deal all over the world, but like, he is. Like what I'm saying is, like Nigeria claim him today. Like he's Nigerian. Yeah.
I think he's a lovable person. You know what I'm saying he's loved all around the world, even though the boxing world criticizes him, but. That's just boxing. It could have been anybody.
That's just people, isn't it? Just like scumbag people.
Everybody has their opinion. Yeah. You can't control the way people talk about you, but you can control the way you react to them. You know what I'm saying? So it's very big in Nigeria. Everybody knows Anthony Joshua. He's always repping. He's always good. He does good things for people. Right. I'm one of the people he has done good things for. You know what I mean? Like he has held me in different parts in my boxing journey. He has held me. Being in his camp is a motivation to me. I might not be here today, to be honest, but in his camp, I was blessed mentally, I was blessed physically, I was blessed financially, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy seeing the hard worker being like training with the hard worker. It's a different mentality. Like, I don't know how to say it because I can remember how us running together. and I can see him running. And I'm thinking in my head, like, this guy got millions in his account. I have nothing, bro. And you want to be there playing. Like, bro, this guy's working hard. Bro, you have to be on this team.
Yeah, yeah. If he's working hard, you better work hard, man.
So anytime I'm just like alone, I'm training, like, bro, you're not working hard. Bro, work, man. Even someone that has got it is still working. So I remember asking him a question. I said, you know, how do you deal with pressure and what keeps you going? He said, pressure. Do you mean good pressure or bad pressure? He said, if it's a good pressure, then you embrace it. Because obviously in boxing, it wants you to do better as a good pressure. Because, okay, you are fighting, you have been pressured by this. If you win, then you be a bad person, you be a bad version of yourself, then you embrace it, you know what I mean? And he says, he said, stay hungry. No matter what you have, stay hungry.
Yeah.
So even if you have a pot full of food, stay hungry.
Yeah.
Because if you are comfortable, then you won't find more. But if you are still hungry, if you stay hungry, you know what I mean, you find more. Then you have in abundance. So that sticks in my head. Like, mentally, I have to stay hungry no matter what. So no slacking.
That's good, like, especially when someone like that who's achieved so much, like you said, it's mad to sometimes to think, isn't it? Because it'd be so easy for him to go, that's enough. Now I'm going home. You know what I mean? Like, but to keep doing it and to still, and even like with young fighters like yourself, to keep bringing people like you in for sparring and stuff. It's like. It's mad in a lot of ways, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Because it'd be so easy for him to just go, hey, I'm going to chill out now.
It's crazy. That was one of the best moments in my life. I'm not going to like seeing your mentor live and having a chat with him. It's good.
Yeah, that's a man's story, because with him, like, he was one of them guys that went to the Olympics and he was almost famous before he was famous, wasn't he? Like you wasn't in England at the time, but like when in the amateur scene, he was a big deal before the Olympics. Like before most people know who he was. Every amateur boxer knew who he was. You know what I mean? And it's like that's a lot of pressure in it. That's a hard life, man. That ain't easy.
You know what? I remember when I was in the camp here, I've only won Harringey then.
Yeah.
So it was like, he won Harringey. I said yes. He said, where's my medal? I said, nah, he's in London, because obviously when Love brought in. He said, oh, okay, I should have brought the medal. He said, you won it twice. I said, you won it twice? I'm gonna win it twice.
That's funny, isn't it? That's funny.
Yeah, yeah, so he did it twice.
You should have done it 3 times.
I wish. I wish. So it was, you know, he's a good guy. We keep a good relationship till now, and he's still looking after me. He's just a good person per se. Apart from, you know, he's not obligated to help us. He's not obligated to be my friend or anything, but he's just a cool guy.
Well, let's get him on the podcast, bro. Send him over. Send me his number. We'll get him on the pod.
Yeah, I'm saying, no, trust me. He's gonna do it.
Yeah, that'd be good. Man, listen, former heavyweight champion on the podcast, bring him on. But like going forward, obviously, with the biggest thing I've found with people that, like both club mates and whatever, when they turn pro, the tough thing, if you're sort of a good amateur, is getting the fights when you first turn over, right? Because the problem I've heard from a lot of people is not just like turning pro and having a fight, but a lot of people, you know, they want to get out. They say, oh, I want 5, 6 fights this year, blah, blah, blah. But their first year as a pro, they end up having like 1, 2, because it's difficult to get fights. Is that something that's sort of causing you a problem at the moment?
No, trust me, it's different.
Is it? Okay.
It's different. I've got the right team around me, trust me, and they're gonna get me where I need them to get me. They're active. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, having like a manager that is, you know, like your clock, the way it ticks, my manager is always ticking. If I text him now, he's replying. He's always active. Like he doesn't sleep. So I think he knows what he's doing, and if we need to get 6 fights, we're gonna get it. Because I'm not talking about me. I've seen what he has done for other boxers. Right. So you know what I mean? I know how he is. So we are active. So that's not really the issue now. It's just getting some underground things done. And once that is done, I'm active, trust me.
Then it's to the top, bro. Then it's off to the world. But how many times, one question I forgot to ask you when I was talking about training is, how often do you like to spar? Spar?
In Nigeria, you spar every day.
That's right. That's what I was thinking, because like in the amateurs, a lot of people spar every day and stuff like that. But what's ideal for you? What do you like? Do you still like to spar every day?
I think not every day now, because sometimes you just have to like work on things. Because when you spar, you see things you're not really working on. Like you know, you just have to go back and work on them. And so you need time like that. But I'm always open for sparring from the outside. Right. If you call me today, I'm like, I've got sparring. If I'm not working, I'm active, because I just want to challenge myself. Right. I've been staying ready, so why have I been staying ready? Yeah. So if it's from like pros, because I've sparred a lot, I've sparred Debois, I've sparred Okoli, I've sparred Repton, I've sparred Chris William, like different people. So once you call me, I'm active. I'm able to do that, just to challenge myself. I can't just keep training, and I don't even know where I'm at. Right. But against all of them, I think You know what I mean? I've really performed, and they can tell you themselves, like, I'm active, you know what I'm saying? So
anyone who wants it can get it. Is that what we're saying?
Anybody, you know what I'm saying? But when you're coming, come with the big bag, because I know a lot of people that didn't pay me.
Yeah, that's good, man. I like that. But mate, listen, this has been great. I really appreciate your time. And as I say, 2 years' time when we're moving up, we'll do this again.
It's going to be a better time, trust.
There you go. We're getting better. But before we finish, I always ask people the most important question I'm going to ask you, and this decides whether we stay friends or not, bro. Which football team you support?
Arsenal. You know what? Like I said, I've got all the ammunitions in my arsenal. How do you want it?
Well, we might cut this bit out. We'll see how it goes. But mate, listen, I really appreciate it. This has been great.
Thank you,
man. I always finish with a fist up like this, mate. Squeeze the neck. Boom!
Boom!